think about the FTXs.
We'll call meeting to order.
Is your mic on?
We have Mr. Ricketts,
Here.
John Sutton,
Here.
Ted Crockett,
Here.
Bill Campbell, and Andy Feldman, Chris Licknor, Tim Rutherford, and Donald President.
Is his mic on? Is his mic on? Is your mic on? Is your mic on?
Yes.
Okay.
Technology.
Approval of the agenda. I will request a motion to approve the agenda.
Ricketts makes that motion.
Sexton, seconds.
Okay, I got a motion and a second. All those approved, say aye.
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 All those opposed, same. Seeing none, motion passed. Approval of the minutes from May 9th, excuse me. I lost myself there. I would entertain a motion to approve the minutes for May 9th.
Crockett motion.
I got okay, second.
Sexton, seconds.
Okay, I got a motion and a second. All those approved, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same. Reports of the service officers' reports.
Hey, Mike.
Keep scrolling. Well. Oh, I thought you sent the attachments over.
Yeah, you might sound different.
Okay, so the county burials and headstone placements, we only have county burials this month. And they are the burials since last month, so we have 7 of them. One of them is a Korean War veteran's surviving spouse. We have, and all the rest, the 6 of them are a Vietnam era, with one of them being a spouse who passed first. And then just months later, the husband passed away. So when you see the name on there, it will be listed twice, because one is the spouse who passed first and then her husband. So the daughter came in for her dad, and then we found out that mom had just recently passed, so we were able to do the county burial benefits for both of those. So 7 for the month of June, $300 for each allowance. And so that's 2,100 for the burials for this last month. The report of activities for,
Speak into your mic. Can't hear you. Speak into your mic.
can't hear me?
Try to record it when you're not.
Yep. The report of activities is for the last month, for the month of May. I'll just highlight the figures. Let's see, is there anything? Let's see. We did 6 supplemental claims. A supplemental claim is a reopen claim, or can also be considered a notice of disagreement. A reopen is one that was previously denied, and we have to use that form in order to get it reopened. Or if a veteran is not happy with the rating and we want to ask for reconsideration, that is also the form we use for that. Let's see, and then we did the document evidence submission form. There were 6 of those. When additional information comes in that we need to send in forward for documenting a claim, or when VA sends a development letter out and asking for additional information, we use that form. So those were 6 of those. There's we call them post-traumatic stressor forms. There was 3 of those. We use that to document our mental health claims. Third-party forms is when we have the veteran sign stating that either the spouse or the family member has permissions to speak to the VA or to us. So we have them sign that form as authorization. So we check the file to see if there's a third-party form in there. Intent to file, we did 27 of those. Intent to file protects the filing date up to a year, while the veteran or the family members are gathering evidence so that we can build a fully developed claim. Claimant representative forms, there were 18 in the month of May. Fully developed compensation claims, there was 11. A veteran's pension claim, there was 1. He did 1 federal burial allowance. A DIC claim is dependency indemnity compensation. The C stands for compensation when we find that the surviving spouse may be entitled to compensation because the veteran died from a service-related disability. Or even if the veteran never drew compensation, we can still file for DIC if we can find that the death could be service-connected. So we leave that up to the VA to make that the ruling or investigate the possibility. Sometimes we have, when it's a Navy vet, a Navy or Air Force vet, when we're doing an Agent Orange claim, we see the death certificate, say may hypertension, congestive heart failure. And of course, the surviving spouse may not know what ship the veteran was on or if he was actually boots on ground. We'll still put the claim in, let the VA do the background investigation. Statement of support claimed, that form is used for telling your story, providing additional information. We did 40 of those. Well, I should say the veterans did 40 of those. We submitted those. Medical release forms, there were 6. That's usually a 2-part form. Witness relay statements. So, and there were 9. The witness relay statement is where the veteran is asking a family member or maybe a service buddy to write a story in support of their claim. So when they do it on we call them affidavits. Now VA has a form for those. There were 5 government headstone markers applications submitted. It always seems like the spring, just before Memorial Day, we really get a lot of applications for headstone applications because people are thinking about it. Oh, I got to get that taken care of because Memorial Day is right around the corner. And so seems like we've had a lot. That's why the burial numbers are up, because they come in for the headstone applications and we ask them the additional questions so that we put the county burials in at the same time. And Chris has been taking care of all of our headstone applications and getting those taken care of with our partners and the cemeteries and the funeral homes and the monument companies. Income verification reports, there was 2 of those. So in the catchment area of the 70+ group, there were 9, 1 female. Those are the numbers we have to track. The vet fuel cards, in the month of May, we give out 6 of those. So we gave out 4 food cards. Those are both grant funded. Let's see, we did 60 transmittal letters. We copied 41 DD-214s, copied 191 evidence of income verification documents. We use that when we're doing a relief application or a pension application where we have to send in the supporting income and net worth statements. Medical records copied were 178 pages. Would you like me to go into the meeting and occurrence notes? Okay, I'm just going to highlight these. These are the meetings and occurrences that took place between the last meeting until now. Say May 10th, Tim attended the Christian Center salute to service members as an outreach. There was a coalition meeting that Tim attended on May 12th. May 13th, Chris attended the Coalition for Older Adult Services. Several agencies gave briefing on the services and the programs that they provide. I think that was a really beneficial meeting. She got a lot off of that meeting, came back with some resources to report to Tim and I on. Then on May 16th, We met with, we have a new social worker in the area. And she reached out and asked if she could come over and meet us so she could learn more about what our office does. The available services, programs and resources, so that she could better assist her veteran clients. And she wanted to see us face to face so that she knows who she's making referrals to, and also so that we know who we can contact. I thought that was awesome. It's the first time we had a social worker that actually said, I'd like to come over and meet you so I can know who I'm working with. On May 23rd, Tim attended, and so did Ted, the VCAT Toledo Mudheads game. It was part of the collaboration, socializing, kind of networking together. Then on the 28th, I attended the management meeting here at the old courthouse, where Administrator Murphy, she usually gives all us department heads an occurrence report, and then each of the departments go around and give an update. Then on June 2nd, I received an email from the MVAA letting me know that my fiscal year 26 grant application still needed some adjustments. And they highlighted what areas that they wanted me to make some adjustments to. Let's see, and then on June 4th, Tim attended a virtual treatment court meeting. June 9th, Tim did the Veterans Coalition meeting where they did they updated and did some event updates. And then on June 9th, with the assistance of the HR director here, we worked on the recalculations of the figures that the grant program wanted us to take care of. And that was all resubmitted, so I don't have a decision yet on if our grant has been approved. Their hopes is to get the whole state of Michigan done by the end of June. So they're working, I know they work even on the weekends because you'll get an email from the grant team after hours and on the weekends because they're working quite hard to get this done. June 10th was the COC meeting that Chris attended. The 11th, Chris traveled up with John on Wednesday to pick up her PIV card, so that she now has access to the VA Veterans Benefits Management System shares program. And so she's spent yesterday working through the bugs of trying to get everything set up and trying to get her VA email works. So that she hasn't been able to get access to, but we all have VA email also of it. We use our office one more often, but they do send us message internally and you got to get in there and read them. I told her she might have a welcome kit in there. And then yesterday, Chris was busy with the VA trying to get her email stuff taken care of. So Tim attended the Veterans by Name meeting where they discussed homeless cases within Lenawee County. So are there any questions concerning any of my reports? Nope.
Okay, seeing no questions, we'll move on to existing business. Seeing none, new business. Seeing none, commissioner comments, Commissioner Collins.
We don't have anything to report. Obviously, we're in the middle of the budget process. We're in the middle of the budget process right now, but other than that, as it relates to this committee, there's really nothing to report.
Okay. Public partner comments, Michigan Veterans Trust Fund, Region 9 I only had, 2 cases that, we've done so far this month, and there was one posted last night that I saw this morning that I haven't looked at, none from Lenawee County. And then we'll move on to item number 9, the Veterans Relief Fund, review of VRF and PRF applications.
We had phone and
Just speak into the mic.
we had phone inquiries, but we did not have anyone, we only had one person complete an application. And it was a Persian Gulf veteran looking for assistance with past due mortgage. And that was approved for $3,499.40.
That's it? Okay. Moving on to item 10, public comments. Seeing no public comments? Yes, sir?
I don't mean to harp about the microphones, but the problem is that these meetings are recorded. If you don't speak into the microphone, it's hard for the recording to pick you up.
Thank you, sir. Seeing no public comments, I would entertain a motion to adjourn.
Ricketts makes a motion to adjourn.
Sexton, seconds.
And John's a second. We have a motion to adjourn and a second. All those in favor? Aye. All those opposed, same. Thank you very much for attending the meeting this morning. Have a good rest of your day.